course. The rise of the thotty bodies. This is gonna usher in AI. This is serious.
Peace, family. Peace, love, and light. Welcome back to another episode of Know the Ledge TV.
Yes.
We're live in the building.
Evening.
All right. We had to do a makeup. We didn't catch Tuesday night, so we're back. We're back in the building. We're gonna let the people settle in, be notified that we're broadcasting live. You know what I'm saying? It feels so good to be back here with the peoples. You dig?
People.
If you can, even Red, take a picture, notify the family on IG. I don't know, you do the simultaneous cast sometimes.
Yeah, we go live. Yeah.
So, family, you know what it is. We definitely got some commentary this evening. There's a lot going on in the world. You just got to give it a little bit of time, and it all stacks up.
It stacks up.
Even Red, take a picture, notify the family. On IG. Hold on one second. I'm sharing it on my page, so I don't know. You do the simultaneous cast sometimes. I got the delay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Peace to the Instagram family. We are live on Know the Ledge TV on our Facebook channel. So y'all will be joining us tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
Family, you know what it is. So we definitely. Second. Definitely got some commentary.
Do me a favor and share the link. Or share the short
give it a little bit of time, and it all stacks up. I shared it to my timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Feed your timeline.
I fed my timeline, and the Facebook family is being notified. And give it about 5 or 10 minutes. Let my phone charge a little bit. Then I'm gonna go live on IG. Once we're underway, we can do the the simulcast. You know what I mean? In the meantime, in between time, family, you could do the same. You can share it on your page. Don't be scared. All right, your pastor and your reverend and your deacon be checking out the pills on YouTube. I got analytics. Analytics.
They familiar. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I got analytics. So you don't gotta fight it. We in the building. All right, peace, love, and light. Welcome back.
Hello.
You said something? What you said?
Nah, I was talking about my Instagram. They were saying that they couldn't hear you. So I was just saying if it was a volume issue. Can you hear him now, family?
They said they couldn't hear me?
Yep. On this, but they said they can hear you now.
Okay.
You good.
Yeah, I'm back in the building. We here. All right. All right, family. Man. Talk to me. I got to get some things situated on my IG. In the meantime, in between time, talk to me. What's on your mind? What's going on? What's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm just here. I'm glad we're doing this stream. I wanted to go live on 125th Street earlier today. It was 25 degrees, and I was on the block hugging it. You feel me? Loving it. I had to explain to one of my brothers that I was having a meeting with later on in the day that sometimes you got to get out there in the you know what I'm saying, like in the freezing cold, just to reassure yourself that you're not sitting around in your comfort zone. You're actually putting yourself to a proverbial fire, and that's the shit that is going to propel you to do what you got to do for that jump, man. That jump off. You know what I mean? That takeoff. So it was cool, you know. It was I was out there, but I was downloading so much information. Like there's so much things going on, especially in the world of digital currency. Like that is a conversation that I'm immersed in every single day. And it's becoming my reality. You know what I mean? So I'm
Might as
seeing the
well.
light. I'm seeing the future. I'm getting a lot of major keys. I'm also giving a lot of major keys. We're actually mining as we build on it. It's a mining process taking place. It was the cryptocurrencies were all red the other day, and I told these people that are out there, I had a few things to say. I said, first of all, I didn't necessarily see nobody on Facebook. All of the people who are known for predictions, there wasn't a lot of predictions about that crash that came on Tuesday. There wasn't no warning signs. Like, you feel me? Nobody had a weekend, campaign with all of the bones that are being thrown. They missed that one.
Yeah, let me say this though, because I read a lot of different news. You know what I'm saying? I read a plethora of news, and I troll through a lot of. And when I say troll through the sites, I don't mean like I'm trolling. I mean that I'm scrolling and I'm just reading all of the links. You go to one site, and on the side column, I'm reading all of the articles, and I'm just going down the rabbit hole. So
Yeah,
going down the rabbit hole, I bumped into several stories that was speaking about the Asian market was about to put the clamp down. That news
yeah,
had been out for like 3 days. You feel me? That news had been out. It was first it was speculation, and then they said, "Yo, this is what's gonna
yep,
happen." Now there isn't enough of a unilateral conversation that explains to people once this particular market makes a wave, it's going to ripple through this particular market. And
yeah,
we're not identifying how magnanimous particular markets are, like the Asian market, like South Korea. You feel
facts.
me? Like China,
Like China.
clamping down and regulating and saying, look, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to hear this over here. It
Yeah,
had a
we ain't let
ripple effect.
nobody. Yeah, it had a ripple effect, and these markets wake up in that same order: China, Korea, America. So
Yeah,
as the Chinese markets began to collapse, it was just a domino effect.
right.
But what happened though, to make it all worth the while, because this was a perfect example. I'm glad that the investment club didn't make our investment as of yet. We sat back and we were analyzing the market, but it showed you the bounce back because the coin's bouncing back. They rubber banding right now. Bitcoin died 25 times.
Facts.
There's a website with an obituary for Bitcoin every single time that it died. So if you understand gambling, I said on my FB post, if you could go with 5 stacks to the gambling spot, you can make 1 million. You feel me? You can make 1 million, and you're not gonna crap out with one shot. If you put 5 stacks on the table and you ace out, every time you put that 5 down, every time you put 2, every time you put 10 down, you only have one chance. There's 2 variables. Either you're gonna head crack, either you're gonna get a higher roll or somebody else's. It's a 0 and a 1. I'm saying that Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, we have to change the language and make sure we're not putting the people in a mind state of just Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the off product, it's the byproduct, it is the technology. The actual what's powering it is the blockchain and cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is deeper than just making money by sitting on a coin and playing with it, playing digital hide and seek, or even trading, this light code transmission, this currency, this current, right? And these coins, you know, These sovereign coin, matter of fact, these coins that have no owner, they have nobody hoarding over it. It's not part of the federal government. This is something that was birthed coincidentally on the birthday of Drew Ali in 2008. But there was no Moorish lectures about that 10 years up until now. Interesting. Shout out to my brothers Mobit Association and the other Moors that were on. They were putting it, such as myself, they was putting the information out there about this being an electrified age. Noble Drew Ali actually wrote about this. Marcus Garvey actually wrote about this. You know what I'm saying? Garvey and Steams. Steam is a money. They got to steam it, and the steam money, science, technology, engineering, arithmetic, algebra, mathematics. They coming out with the Nike Garvey. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are interesting times. But anyway, I'm just having these conversations, and I'm convinced that we're living in the future, and the future is here. And woe on to the 1 million plus, 2 million plus, 3 million plus members of a community who had all of this information right under their nose, and only 0.001% even moved on it. That's an indictment on the leadership, so-called, or the thought leaders, or the teachers, or the ones who are responsible for telling the people when certain things have arise, not only the spiritual ramifications and the meaning of it, but the solution-based principles that can be applied to it. It is an algorithm. It solves the problems that we're having, not only cryptocurrency, but the blockchain. So we don't even see when when things manifest in the physical to be in our favor, because we attribute it to a race, not even a nationality. You feel me? A race of people, thinking that technology actually belongs to a race or a nationality of people, going back to how people perish for the lack of knowledge.
That's the white man's thing.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine learning how to code, because I would just be speaking like the white man while at work, speaking like the white man, saying shit like that. It doesn't make any sense. 0 and 1s, coding language, none of these things are considered a part of a nationality or a race of people. Get out of here.
It may not be considered part of a nationality or a race of a people, but it did get its origins in West Africa, right? So family, to help you understand binary was adopted from the divination systems of West Africa. Okay, when they say pitching bones, right? Or our people used to pitch coins, or we used to pitch shells, right? In divination, there's a yes and a no aspect of divination. It's the same thing. It's the same principles that govern binary. So binary is once again a technology that's adopted from your ancestors. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That elaborate poster that they have of 100 black inventions, right? That's technology. Okay. When Latimer came up with his information and his breakthroughs during that time, that was technology. When Benjamin Banneker Bay was coming up with the clock, that was technology.
You understand what I'm saying?
They created the washing machine. That was technology. When they created the ironing board.
When they built the pyramids.
During that time, that was technology. Those pyramids that are still sitting.
Exactly.
That's technology. You understand? Your melanin that you love to talk about so much. It's technology. You are technologically advanced, family. So why not embrace the downstairs, the downscaling of technology by way of these bits? You know what I'm saying? These terabits. You know, the hardware and the software that will help you create an algorithm to rule the world.
Yep.
Like, why is this such a hard concept to conceive? That if we come from the ethos that says that, however many square miles of the planet Earth, you know what I'm saying, is the cream of the crop, home of the universe is all the black man. God damn it, that encompasses technology as well. You understand? That's the activating force. You know,
Yeah.
that's how you are inserting yourself. It is the expression outwardly of the dominance of your mind. You're externalizing your dominance, your supremacy, which is all going to be mental because the damn sure ain't physical, right?
Fact.
Because the physical aspect of it, that's the step down from the mental aspect of it, where you externalize it by way of technology. So we're expecting to see, once you put your melanated mind on these concepts, what are you going to come up with? What are you going to create in a space of blockchain? Because there's nobody standing between you and these discoveries and these inventions and
Fact.
these breakthroughs.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying that ultimately, maybe these ICOs, or however you want to flip it. So yeah, Kryptonair is still very good. Shout out to Michael Singleton. You know, we got to get the brother back on the show. You know what I mean? People do have questions. Hit the brother up. He's right here on Facebook.
Yes.
He's accessible. I'm sure that he gave everybody the phone number. You could call him. You could dial him up. You could speak to him. You could inbox him. Holla at the brother Michael Singleton. All right. Um,
And it,
Kryptonair, yeah, that's not BitConnect.
yeah.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
not
Shout out
BitConnect.
to my,
I don't want to make fun or folly of anybody's misfortune, because people got hit. They got washed up with BitConnect. That was a service that a lot of people were saying, look, this thing is not legit. It's a Ponzi scheme. You feel me? But other people, they was getting bread, and they was like, look, I'm hitting licks over here. You know what I'm saying?
yo, Licks got hit. Put it like that. On Saturday, I was on one of my brother's back pages on BitConnect. He actually sent me $1,000 loan and a link because he was telling me how it's, referral based, and it's basically you're getting loans and you could take those loans and reinvest those loans into different coins, and people's money was growing exponentially. Listen, there was a window that was open for about 8 months, damn near to a year, where there's a lot of people, conscious and unconscious, black and white, queer and unqueer, you know what I'm saying? Aboriginal and savage, and so many other things. And they're sitting on a lot of coins. There's people who blew about 100,000 Bitcoins on things like Uber rides and pizza. They got to live with themselves. But there's some people who caught on. There's some very wise individuals in our community whose mathematical, equations and their synapses begin to, fire off, and they really tapped in and made the best of it. And what we're saying is this: as a result of people laying down this groundwork, it is now teachable, it is now accessible, it is now, you know what I'm saying? Like, these formulas are now here, people are using them, and we are not going to miss out on what is the future, what is a solution, what is something that could change things overnight. Remember, you are slowly entering into a time where you'll be able to make $1 million in 1 minute off of people pressing one on their phone. You got 1 million followers, you'll be able to monetize $1 million, and a whole lot more than $1 million. So we just have to understand the times that we're in. We have to we just got to do what we got to do. But everybody that's on this show, please leave your email in the inbox. That's the best thing that y'all could do for us. That's leaving the tip for the food that you're gonna eat tonight. Leave the email, because that's how you'll be able to tap into millions. That's how important your email is. So send us your email, put it in the inbox, put it on the IG, on the DM pages. We're on our IG, put it on the YouTube. This will go up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Put it, just uh, put it out there, because we have a lot of solutions, and we're not going to sit around and be quiet. We're not going to forget what's going on and start talking about Cardi B or some other stuff. Like, we're going to focus and make some things happen. Bottom line, this is what we've been waiting for, and the time is now, and there's no time better than the now. So I don't want to talk about yesterday, tomorrow, and the next day, because that's irrelevant. And we can see now, and there's millions of people who can see how dangerous distraction is, because distraction is you looking this way, but over here, over there, there's some things popping.
Yeah, y'all show up in multitudes to the shit show. What the hell did you get out of that? Hmm? What did y'all get out of that? Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all show up in multitudes to those shit shows. What did you get out of it? But gossip, rhetoric, and new names to call niggas.
What if, let's just use, I want to use my imagination. I reserve the right to tap into my intellectual property. And I want to go out on a limb and say this, knowing what we know about cryptocurrency, knowing what we know about the fact that if the numbers in cryptocurrency, the more numbers it is, the more you're going to be able to gain. They said if you put $1,000 in 7 coins on January 1st, 2017, these are 7 different coins: Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think Doja, and there's some other coins. You would have made over, I don't even know if I had the total, but it's in the millions. It might be 80 million, it might be 800 million. I'm not sure. But they showed how each one of these coins had an exponential rise in the year of 2017. My brothers and sisters who were fortunate to be a part of that wave, we're waiting to hear from you. Hit us on the inbox, or, just find us how you find everything else. You know what I'm saying? But we need to build, and like I said, we was on top of this in 2014. We put up many lectures where we talked about cryptocurrency, the power of Bitcoin, just sharing with the people the idea and the concept of when you have your coin, how powerful it's going to make you become. I don't want to hear no more memes about the $1 trillion spending power of black people. You got dead weight. You got receipts. You got soon to be toilet paper in your pocket. You're not moving. You're not moving futuristic. Your shit is analog right now. This is the digital dash.
All right. So what else is going on in the world, bro?
The rise of the THOT bots. Okay? That's what else is going on in the world. That's what's dominating the conversation and the narrative right now on social media, is the rise of the THOT bots. That goes into the research that we did in Too Deep, and also when we did the quantum supremacy, where we spoke about AI and we spoke about this quote unquote cyborg android, this thing that the fact that we're going to see a whole new life form born in the time that we're alive. And the thought bot is the beginning of it.
All right. There
Because,
could be people that are looking at this that don't know what you're talking about. Can you
oh
explain
yeah, let me explain what
exactly
I'm talking
what a
about, family.
bot is?
There
That sounds
are
kind of crazy.
down. Thanks for that. Pictures surfacing on the internet. They've been videos and pictures circulating for some time, but it's caught legs. You know what I'm saying? Right around now, where the majority of our people are being exposed to the fact that they have silicone-based replicas of women that they call sex bots.
Sex bots, yes. Well, let's be
These are
clear.
sex.
Let's
Yes.
preference the conversation. Last year, right? I was posting maybe in November. You know, when Jupiter and Scorpio hit,
Scorpio.
and I was showing the fact that the sex bot industry was explosive in Europe. You know what I mean? But it wasn't really
Fact.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? To call your wife home about, be like, honey, I ain't coming home. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a sunshine moment. You know, because they weren't, I guess it just looked like the same rubber stuff and people were prescribing it. Oh, that's some crazy Europeans, you know what I'm saying? White boys get into all sorts of, if they're gonna hump on horses, god damn it, they're gonna tear some silicone up. So it
Yeah.
was only relegated to that part of the conversation. So people wasn't paying no mind. And then they showed the actual robot on the stripper pole.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's when people kind of step back and they was like, whoa, they're coming for them stripper jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like this robot is twerking. It ain't
Yeah.
like the joint that they had in DARPA, you know, the joint that was jumping and stuff like that. This joint, it was dropping it low. You feel
Yeah.
me? He was shaking his tail feather and everything. So they was like, damn, y'all, they strippers is in trouble.
Yeah.
But then the
Not
other
only the
day,
bartenders fucking shit up, fucking away,
yeah.
the
And then
bots coming with the thought bot.
juxtapose this entire conversation with the fact that all of this was being introduced at the same time that Sophia was being introduced, right?
Yeah.
And Hanson Industries or whatever, I don't know what the other name of Hanson Mechanics or Industries, they were explaining what the purpose for Sophia was. Sophia was the AI robot that got citizenship in Saudi Arabia and then turned around and created her own cryptocurrency because the
Yeah.
citizenship was about her paying taxes and being a citizen now. So she could form corporations. So she started her own exchange. And then with her own exchange, they have their internalized AI network. So all of her AIs around the world are on this centralized network where they have cryptocurrency and they also, you know, are speaking their own. It's encrypted. You can't get into their networks. You don't know what they're talking about. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that are surmising and saying as well that Bitcoin was actually created by AI because they went and got the man who he's the best hacker in the world. He hacked the internet, right? He sent all of the information to the CIA and all of these other NSA, I guess, and you know, he was showing them what the loopholes were in the internet. It's like, look, if you don't fix this, the internet is hackable. So they sent him in to hack Bitcoin. He went and he thought that he saw possible blemishes because the understanding is anybody that's a programmer knows that a human is going to make a mistake. It's
Error.
human for a human to make mistakes. So it's
Fact.
impossible to write code this in this perfect. So he thought that he found, I think, 9 target areas where there were mistakes, right? And he went to exploit them. When he got to the mistakes, they were traps. Like, aha, nigga fooled you. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
gets to what he perceived to be mistakes, and they were setups. You understand? They was trap doors. So he was like, look, it's impossible. There's no human being on the planet that can write this code that's impenetrable like this. It's only 2 people that they know of in the world that may be capable of it. And one of them is the person behind the Hanson Technologies, the person that's responsible for building Sophia. Okay. So Sophia is showing you that they have the AI technology, right? AlphaGo is showing you that AI has already created here. AI's already singularity has already been achieved, right?
Fact.
So what AI is doing, they are doing something that is called mimic code, i.e., rocking niggas to sleep. Okay, they have already mapped human psychology, and they say as long as you make human beings comfortable with something, they're never going to be alarmed or alerted to look for something that's not there. They're too busy, you know what I'm saying, watching the
Yeah.
Afro Latina on Love and Hip Hop. They're not concerned with all of this.
I'm
So if
not.
there's no problem, they know the humans are not going to go look for a problem if there's none to be detected. And they also know with with mimicking that as long as you keep these people happy, as long as you entertain them, as long as you feed them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be too focused doing that. And AI's over there doing what AI's doing.
As long
So
as you give them Uber for president,
yeah.
something to talk about.
So AI got it shaking right now, right? AI got it shaking, 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 shaking.
Remember the whole Saudi Arabia got turned upside down right after she became a
Yeah.
citizen.
So AlphaGo, you can watch the documentary. It's on Netflix. AlphaGo was about the Google DeepMind that they utilized to beat the Go championship of the world. So Go is an ancient game that's almost somewhat similar to chess. It's a lot harder to chess. You know what I'm saying? It's they
Mm.
saying it's the hardest game on the planet. And the DeepMind, the AlphaGo, beat the number one Go player on the planet 4-1, destroyed them. And what they observed during this game is that the actual AI was making cognitive decisions on its own. It went beyond its program, and it was making moves that it wasn't programmed to make, which were moves that no one who plays this game, which has been played for hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of years, right? Uninterrupted. They never saw no moves like this.
Yeah.
So it wowed and it dazzled, you know what I'm saying, the observers, the programmers, as well as the people that were onlookers that had doubt about the AI. So AI has already achieved singularity. AI is already doing what AI was designed to do. So now they have the sex bot. So now AI is responsible, right, for coalescing all of the information on the planet to know what your likes and what your needs are, because they have to keep you lulled to sleep, right? This is the real sheeple shit going on. So AI has trolled niggas porno motherfucking appetites.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got AI sex doll to look like Remy Ma with 44 double D's, right? Have me
Yeah.
like try to be like, oh, this is the Remy I always been looking for. So they got a joint that look like Lyra Galore. You know what I'm saying? With the ill fatty. They got a joint that look
No,
like they got the snow bunny that's thick as hell. They got the Chinese
that's what
joint,
I'm saying.
right? So
They
they know
gonna,
my niggas Asian fetishes. If only she had a
yeah.
fatty. If only she had a fatty. If only she had a fatty.
Yo, you gonna be able to customize the sex doll. Like you could email pictures of, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I want Pinky's ass. You know what I'm saying? With lyrical galore stomach. You know, you'll be able to remember weird science. This is weird science. This is how that begins. This is a
Exactly.
this is
Are
a
y'all,
Greco that they
are
created.
y'all old enough? Do you remember Weird Science?
Yeah, go watch Weird Science.
Weird Science had us going as little youth. But yeah, they
Well, you
back
can make a woman.
they back with that. They back with the if shit
It,
wasn't jacked up enough with melanated relationships. You know what I'm saying? If shit wasn't muddy enough in the Thotty
you know,
verse,
if niggas ain't have it hard enough, now every black man is gonna we're gonna be accused of having a Susie Q doll. I know you got one of them dolls.
no. But the question, right? Because I have been in some conversations in different groups. I've been observing and listening into some conversations, should I say? And
Yeah.
the question that people are saying is no. Who's gonna wear this out first? Is it gonna be the men or the women?
Oh, the women. Facts.
The women is like, yo, where do we get that shit at? You understand? Where do we
Yo,
get that?
exactly.
You dig what I'm saying? So they're gonna rock them first, because it's more commercially acceptable to bring the woman out first, right?
Mm.
That's gonna put the guard down, and then Lord
Yep.
knows, like, you know, they're gonna come up with the what you call this for the women,
Yeah.
lugas
They
and all of them.
dildos is gonna grow yo, how they dildos is gonna grow legs. Cause all the thought box is the equivalent of what the dildo is. It's just fully grown. They got
Yeah,
lips.
family, it's almost midnight, so you should not be up watching this with your children. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the subject matter is a little bit racy or what have you,
Yeah.
but we having grown folk talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit late on the Thursday evening, but yeah, so we're gonna speak on some things that if your baby don't know about, you might not want to expose them to. You know what I'm saying? So they already got the sit on dildo. You know what I'm saying, with the extra jacked up motor on it already. You feel me? Nah, real talk.
With the
They got
push
the
button
shit.
start.
The drill,
Right?
the
You got the
shit
push
really
button
shorties
start.
out. Like,
Huh?
you know what I mean?
Yo, they got the
They got the
dildo
drill
with the
bit. They
extended
got the shit with the
with the
drill
dick
bit.
on it. Yeah, they got the dildo with the long with the 30 on it, with the 30.
The
The dick on the
extendo.
extender with the long extendo dick on the dick. Like this shit is crazy, man.
So
Yo, what if they have dildos that are transformers with the gold package?
what you
The
mean?
shit, yeah, with the gold package, the shit could turn into a nigga laying out. Who chokes and everything. He'll put his Timbs on your neck.
Yeah,
But what
yeah.
they're
So
doing,
yeah. They got the shit, they're gonna have the shit to program you to put you in the full clutch, put
your
his
full
fucking
Nelson,
Tim's on your neck. You know what I'm saying?
you
The
could be
full
like
Nelson.
Alexa. Nigga be like Alexa, full Nelson. No, because you know they hooked up to Alexa.
The robots.
The robots is gonna be hooked up to Alexa. So you know niggas got the Echo Dot. So you could now program the accents. I might be going too ahead of myself because I see into the future. But yeah, you could program accents and you could program dialects. She could be talking like Remy Ma. Yo, son, take your shirt off, son. Niggas is like, oh my goodness. Yo, because they got, you know what I mean? Like whoever came up with this marketing campaign, he was right on time. This shit was cuffing season, it's simp season. These niggas, you know, they got a culture around the whole world. They caught niggas underneath they motherfucking underneath their covers. Like, yo, I could use that right now because they hit it with the oil. They rock niggas with this one. But think about it though.
Tax season is coming, family.
Tax season.
It's
Yo,
gonna be
shout out
tough
to
in the
Tax Stone, but
community.
tax season is coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough in the community. Like
Yo, niggas is already counting their receipts.
the
They
goofies,
already, you know,
the
they gonna be
goofies is fucking
calculating.
up all the impending GoFundMe campaigns the niggas was ever thinking about. That shit is not
Yo,
fly. You know what I mean?
that's why the cryptocurrency
Yeah.
crashed, my nigga.
They draining niggas with the
Yo,
crypto and
yo,
sink.
the day that the thought bot shit came out, cryptocurrency crashed. So
The
that
thought
means some
bot
niggas
came out.
taking their money out of
So yeah,
cryptocurrency.
niggas gonna be like, yo,
Put
I'm
it
going with a shown up investment.
on.
I need this stock box. And I
I
ain't gonna
need a
wait for Christmas
spot
either. Right?
back.
This shit is not Christmas story where they was getting the leg with the lamp. Right?
Yo,
You see the leg
they
on
gonna
them
have
shorties?
Yo, they gonna turn Walmarts into thought bot strip clubs. There's gonna be mad bots in there. And then you'll walk through there with the Oculus Rift, and I promise you, my nigga, you would think that you're in a you would think you was in a Brazilian big booties part deuce. You know what I'm saying? Or part 20, my nigga. You'll bring it back. You could bring the whole series back with the Oculus Rift and these motherfucking dolls. You know what I'm saying? You thought niggas wasn't coming outside before. You thought it was hard to get niggas to just come to the lecture. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was difficult to get a nigga to get to class. Oh no, you could forget about it. These niggas is gonna be permanently in a house.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, sign me up. Surrogates is here.
Surrogate.
Surrogates is here. Throw the VR on.
So what other way to usher in AI but through Malkuth, but through the lower self? We told you last week, everything is born from the mud. You know what I'm saying? Everything is born from the red chakra, from the lower self. You know what I mean? That's where it's going to be born from. They ushered in the internet with pornography.
Pornography.
This
So
has a principle to it. It has a life
tech,
principle
yes,
to
all
it.
tech booms are fueled by some aspect of either underworld activity or pornography. Bitcoin was funded underground, okay, by criminal activity. That's where the
Yeah.
initial boom for Bitcoin, the incubator phase for Bitcoin was in the dark web when niggas
In the
was
mud,
jugging for
nigga,
bricks.
in the bottom of the ocean.
And that motherfucking dope that was coming from Afghanistan that hit the streets in waves, right? Like a ton of bricks and laid Ohio and the rest of the places out. Yeah, all of that funded Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Pornography funded or was the testing ground for technology to ultimately pop the internet off. So
Web
they're
2.0.
going to use the sex bot as technology incorporated with because the Google all of the AI assistant software, Google Assistant and Alexa and all of that, that's already a cinch. That's a winner. They're saying, look, that shit is People can't live without this. You know what I mean? They already got the reports. People is like, look, I need
My
this.
son got one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
man
all in
got
on
one.
that.
He don't
So
use it, but it's
you
crazy.
got that technology in terms of the Google Assistant aspect, Alexa aspect. You have AI already incorporated into these bots. You know what I'm saying? So the bot is going to become a learning bot. The bot is going to know, you know what I mean, what your stroke game is like, what your fetishes are, all of these things. How to become more subservient and masterful in pleasing you. You feel me? It's going to become crazy out here.
Niggas gonna be polygamous bots. Yeah,
You gonna see, you gonna see niggas popping up with 10 bots.
Be like reflection. Mad
Reflection.
bots with you. Yeah, with mad
Look,
bots.
hold on. And they already have the incubator embryos already. They have the external incubator embryos already. All right?
Yeah.
On some Kanye Kim K shit. They already got that.
Oh, they revealed it at the CES where they're growing people in a bag.
They're growing
Facts.
people. Yeah, they're growing the people.
Growing people.
Your bot can possibly carry for you as well. So you have this connection like, yo, this bot just gave birth to my baby.
You know what I'm saying? That's my bodice. That's my body. You know what I mean? My thotty body.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
Your bot is your bottom. Your bottom is you got a bottom.
Yo, if the first prototype looks like this, family, this is the first prototype. This shit got niggas going wild out here. You got you got niggas unsubscribing from Tinder. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop the dating scene because I actually have $2,000 and you know what? I'm just gonna give it up for the bots. You know how black women is like,
it's too crazy. It has incorporated. It has too many risks involved. You feel me?
yeah.
Like men are at that place because of the internet. They don't want to hear what women think. They don't want to have conversations. They want to get busy. You know what I'm saying? And they want a bot that can maybe cook for them and be subservient. They want to dominate. They want to be in control. They want to feel like quote unquote men again. I don't know if that's a sexist term or
they want to feel like the man. That's how they were programmed.
that's how they was programmed. This is the program that they grew up on. You know what I mean? I don't think that I'm speaking out of bounds by voicing these sentiments. This is not something that I personally adhere to myself. I'm just observing the playing field. You know what I mean? And I read a lot of this stuff. I'm reading into what's going on in terms of how they're mapping the psychology of the populace to get them ready for a situation such as this. So now I see where they was going with this. And again, it's Jupiter and Scorpio. So what better time than now to exploit people's sexual perversions, right?
This is my thing from a spiritual level, and I'm gonna touch this, and I hope I don't get under nobody's skirt. Dr. Ben told us that the black woman's vagina, her yoni, was the gateway to heaven, and we agree to that. And this is in a time where you have men professing and proclaiming that the black woman is God, right? She creates all things. So what if the constant ejaculation, the constant orgasms that were caused by robotic machinery, right? Android, a piece of phallus, nonetheless. It belongs on a saw's body, though. It's the phallus that was chopped off, but it's still a robot and an android, nonetheless.
What are we talking about here?
Huh?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about pocket rockets. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, all of the motorized dildos. That has been getting more pussy than any one of us. That's what we're talking about. And then we're also talking about the latex phallus, right?
Right.
That latex phallus has seen more yonis and tenderonis. You understand? So what happens when the mother and the God of all creation continues to orgasm and release all of these orgasmic experiences where she creates things out of nothing and breathes life into the unliving and into ideas and into concepts and into programs? What if that is what's giving birth to what it is that we may see now? Because nothing just falls out of the sky. It seems as if there's being a birth now of artificial intelligence, but because they have our people in a state, that's why people's moralities and value systems and what societies and other societies that were considered high societies, some of the things that they stood for were purposeful because they allowed you to stay at a certain place. When civilization falls, when civilizations begin to devolve, when civilizations begin to lose their way, then you have situations where other entities, other life forms, other forces are allowed to come forward and to, you know what I mean, and to be more of a hindrance.
Well, the natural progression, you know what I'm saying, that I've said many a times, you know, where do you go from plastic? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where do you go from
Where do you
plastic?
go from plastic? So you're looking at women who are reliant upon plastic phalluses for the enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Whether
I'm not.
they're using dildos or whether they're using strap-ons to, uh, you know what I'm saying, engage other women in sexual encounters or what have you. And there's a lot of it going on. And then you're talking about, you know, the prosthetics. You know what I'm saying? The women with the silicone this and the silicone that.
The barbs.
And you know, like I said, we're on a metaphysical level, we're going through this particular place in this galaxy that we've never been in. You know what I'm saying? We're going through this galactic center. So there's so much energy that's hitting this planet, and it's always going to be expressed through the divine feminine. The energy that's hitting the planet is always going to be expressed through the woman. What is she doing? Because she's the portal through which life comes through. So
Fact.
the energy's checking in, they're gonna be like, oh, so what is the woman of the civilization into? Oh shit.
Hey.
That's what she's into. You know what I'm saying? The pocket rockets and you know what I mean? The rabbits and shit. Like I said, she got the motherfucking dildo drill with the drill tip on it. So now you got the thought bots. Now you got the sex robots that are here. You know, to me, it seems as if it's a natural progression
It does.
of the engagement of plasticity. Okay? Because the plasticity is not just something that is internalized by way of women saying, I'm going to get silicone or I'm going to engage with a plastic phallus. It's also based on the diet. We eat plastic. So if a baby has been raised from the age of 0 to 7 and beyond, it has only known plastic in its diet. It's eating what you call it, Similac. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Plastic.
What's the rest of the other stuff called? Infamil,
Plastic.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes straight to McDonald's.
Plastic.
Okay. Then it goes straight to junk food.
Plastic.
And then it goes straight to meat with paste glue and the rest of that stuff.
Plastic.
You understand? So this is who we've become. We don't want to look at it like that. So it's not so far-fetched that they would introduce sex bots into the market. If they can show that the sex bot can do everything that a woman can do, because on the flip side, they're telling the women, look, you don't need these niggas no more. Okay? We can inseminate you with a baby. You can have this shit in the pod. You understand? You don't need them niggas no more. And
Yep.
there seems to be a chorus that is responding to that particular,
Look,
you know what I mean? That particular tune is being sent out
you could Kim
because
and
they
Kanye.
deep out here, bro. They deep.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't need a nigga campaign is in full fledged.
And keep in mind as well, now that you bring that up, that on the heels of the Me Too campaign, the Me Too crusades, that is. They got men in their feelings because they receive nonstop propaganda from Hollywood. Keep in mind, this comes from Hollywood. This whole production, that whole webisode of Me Too, that is a Hollywood production.
The Hollywood production.
Understand right. That. So coincidentally, you have these the introduction to a solution, this Hegelian dialect, because everybody was like, what is the purpose? What is the Hegelian dialect aspect of Me Too? Because it wasn't arrest. Nobody's in jail.
Nobody's in jail.
That's something that when history looks back on it, they're gonna know that right. This was such a corrupt, downtrodden. You know what I mean? Like this was a failed.
You've had all the exposés. You've had the multitudes of accusations. There up to 100+ people who have been accused of crimes, of sex crimes, right? Where the motherfuckers, what you call it in his unit, Ice-T.
18.
Where's the SVU?
Where the CSI sex crimes at?
Where's the sex crimes at?
With Coco.
Hollywood is a sex scene. It's a sex crime scene.
Yeah, it's a sex
crime.
Why
is that shit that yellow taped off and we seeing nobody get arrested? So if you don't see nobody get arrested, there's no criminal charges, and they're not talking about criminal charges. Because they were talking about Harvey Weinstein and criminal charges last year, bro.
Fact.
You understand?
Sex clinic.
So it's about financially, you know what I'm saying? Disinvesting these people, right? They're taking them for all of their bread. Okay, they're humiliating them, but it also has to be a propaganda campaign that's being wrought. Like the brother said, there has to be a Hegelian dialect aspect to say, okay, well, what are they going to come with for the solution? Okay, you can't sexually assault a sex bot.
Yeah, you can't sexually assault a sex bot.
Anything goes with her.
Anything goes with her.
Anything goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harvey gonna come back on the scene with a THOT bot. Like, look, I'm rehabilitated. You know, me and Sophie, me and Sapphire, you know, Emerald, the third. You know what I mean? We're gonna be together in holy matrimony. This is, you know what I mean? Like the way that it came on the heels of Me Too. You don't have to really look around to see what the propaganda campaign is all about. These stories of the artificial women, they were out for years. Let's understand this. This is a story that has been basically placed and put into the psyche of the people. But I mean, I saw it go viral naturally. You know, but everything is about timing. The great divine speaks in signs. So I'm just looking at the timing of it all. And I'm noticing that 2018, this is definitely the year, as was 17 on the about the rise of artificial intelligence. 17 was the rise of Bitcoin. You're going to get 2018, the rise of AI.
Like I said, the documented rise of Bitcoin was the undocumented rise of AI, because both of them are intrinsically linked. You can't have one without the other. Okay. And, you know, we definitely saw the rise of AI coinciding, right, with the rise of Bitcoin, meaning that there was a overt aspect of it. You saw the first AI get citizenship. That's monumental. You saw AI in every arena, goddamn, step up. You know what I'm saying? Military, sports. You know what I'm saying? You saw the AI pets. You saw AIs threatening the job market, instability. You understand?
Yeah.
Like I said, and then you saw this whole aspect of deep mind. You saw the intelligence of AI. People saw AI achieve things that AI has never achieved by way of, you know, like we said earlier, go and watch the documentary AlphaGo on Netflix, dealing with AI creating a cognitive aspect for itself. It thinks on its own now. It's a problem solver. It has jumped the code. It has achieved singularity. So somebody said, do you think that the pedophiles will push for bots? Of course.
Of course.
What you think? They don't have that? You think they
Every
don't got
gay
children
person
bots?
that you know is going to have a thought bot. Like we said earlier, you could play around with them now, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to talk to them later on the phone about it. You could continue to do their hair and their nails and whatnot and
Yeah.
still have a thotty.
Yeah, they got kid bots already. They got the kid bots for the pedos.
They got those.
You know what I mean? But the pedos have such a ample supply of children already. You know what I'm saying? That's just an accommodation. You know what I mean? So I mean, as crazy it might sound, as depraved as it might sound, you know, this world is you know, there's some things going on, and it's not the manicured surface reality that's being fed to you. You feel what I'm saying? You know, your president was busting down porn stars. Does
And
that surprise anybody? Huh?
they talking.
You know what I'm saying? Does that surprise anybody? Like this is where this thing is going. You feel me? This is where this thing is going. So, you know, it's definitely some interesting times that we live in, that we're witnessing. I don't know, you know, what can be done at this point to strengthen and salvage relationships between men and women, natural men and women, melanated men and women in particular. You know,
Yeah.
uh, with so many things that are threatening that that dynamic. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Are there any love theme stories on Love and Hip Hop in this season? Just reinforcing the dynamic of male female relationships.
No, they're actually pushing the homosexual agenda real heavy. And I think there may be other stories about, but there's some dysfunctional male and female. What's my dude? Shay from Loving what? Flavor of Love, and dude Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky. You know,
Okay, they together.
yeah. I mean, the most interesting character from what I saw, I just peeped the first episode because they were talking about Amara Del, I think it's Del or Del Negra.
The
You know what I
nigga.
mean?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. You know,
yes. So Jada Michael said they are
but
just
nigga,
throwing everything at us. So I would be cautious in projecting reality we don't want by suggesting it is our only future timeline. Yes, it is happening, but our consciousness is creating this too. Remember, just saying you're absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely correct. Um, I do envision us breaking off and creating a community, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have any sex bots accessible to that particular community. You know, we shutting down people's Amazon Prime option. They can't order the shit. It's not a 1 day delivery option involved, you know. So maybe you know maybe these infringes upon the homeostasis, no pun intended, of human relationship. You know, maybe this push against it is going to propel people even closer to
fact.
fortify their bonds and their unions, where black men or melanated men or Moorish men or whoever going to stand up and say, look, this is the only woman on the planet that I want. Enough is enough. You have me out here slipping with Becky. Now I got the sex bot thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? And niggas just popping up in videos. They got Shorty in the rape. She got the hood low. You can't even tell no more
Word, right? You couldn't even tell.
because you know the vixens started looking so plastic themselves. You know what I'm saying? They started going through such lengths to you know fabricate their appearance to begin with. You know, they slip one of them in, you can't even tell. So I want to see, yeah, the return to vibrancy. You know what I'm saying? you know, hopefully the more of the embracement of the women that are part of the natural movement, you know, our sisters that are more heavenly melanated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some beautiful sisters out there, you know, and I have faith. I have faith in our young brothers that they're gonna do the right thing and they're gonna edify these women and put them on the pedestal that they deserve, especially now that you know they're being encroached upon from so many angles or so many directions. And a
Yeah.
nigga will blow 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 racks on a sex bot before he invests in his woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, let's be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? Let's not
Oh, sure. We
throw it
definitely.
all away. You know what I'm saying? Let's give people benefit of the doubt. That
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
This is my thing. You know, we live in a day and time with technology and all things related to technology to deal with Moore's law, where we're dealing with evolution of both products, technology, software, algorithms. You know, things are occurring at a very fast pace. We're researchers, but we also forecast into the future. You know what I mean? We could look into, tomorrow and tell you what is, what's going on, or we could point it out today. So by pointing it out doesn't necessarily give it any power. Being caught by surprise and not knowing what it is about and what is the narrative behind it, and just all of the metaphysical implications of it, rather than to just completely trying to ignore it as if it's not going to progress or do what it has to do, as if science and other things that they've been created, this is not the natural progression of it. You feel me? So, you know, we're pointing it out. We're examining it, uh, but we're also showing you different angles to look at it from.
facts,
Yeah, you know.
facts.
But
So what else is going on?
I mean, ain't too much, and at the same time a whole bunch of stuff. But my mind has been focused on a lot of stuff that I need to focus on. So I've been on social media checking out things. So I'm not too
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, my theme today was real heavily centered around children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, just seeing the magnificence of babies, children. You know what I'm saying? Children is like 6 and under. I posted a video. This little young sister. I think she's 5. She got an IG page. You know, King Nine has shared her video. She was talking to her mother. She's into photography. She's a photographer. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The other little young brother, that was in the kitchen cooking with his mother, a reincarnated spirit, old soul. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Um, it just, the little young brother that was breakdancing on the stage, cutting it up,
yeah.
reincarnated soul. You know, the hip hop souls have returned. You know what I'm saying? Shorties is coming prepackaged with moves and everything. So
Everything.
there's so much to be invested in. You know what I'm saying? By way of these children, our future is so glorious and it's so rewarding if we would just really like stamp down and be like, yo, I'm gonna be here for these babies. These babies is the magnificence, it's the awe, it's the beauty of it all. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Like
But they're gonna be better than us.
I don't know what I can personally do to compel people to be more invested into children or family or the women that they're in love with, or women, doing things to edify, the man in your life and just give him the necessary inspiration that he needs to strike out. You know what I mean? I don't have
Yeah,
children. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and sound hypocritical. I love children, but I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that denotes or takes away from me wanting to fight, you know, for children to have every right to express themselves and not be side clipped by the craziness that us adults have created in this world, all based on pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All based on the principles of pleasure, perverted nonetheless, you know, and that's just a personal opinion. I can't put my opinions on nobody else. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking personally by calling certain things perversions. To other people, it might seem perfectly normal. You know what I mean? And to each his own. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But at the same time, I just don't see how it is rewarding, beneficial, or you know what I mean? What purpose does it serve these children? You know what I'm saying? These sex bots, the thought bots is not going to be giving birth to the
To no
gods
star.
and the gods, to these star seeds. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
mean,
they're
yeah,
gonna let you, you know, they're gonna come up with all of that. You're gonna be able to jizz up in her, and she's gonna get
that's
pregnant. They're gonna go through the whole process,
they're
and
gonna
you're
take
gonna
it all the way
have
there.
no incubation. They're gonna send. You can send the seed. Yeah, they're gonna come up with it all, bro. Trust that.
Yeah, you bust off and one of these thought bots, and they give birth to a yoni egg, and then the yoni egg you send it to a lab, and that shit will grow into a little baby. Talk to me. Who you can
And
edit
then
their
you gonna pay $500 for Ancestry.com to tell you.
yeah. Yo, son, this shit crazy. So I'm just saying, we're futurists. Take this information. This is take these stock tips and apply them and make it work for you somehow, some way. Do a spoof about it. Make fun of it. You have to show the people the hypocrisy in it, though,
Clown the
because
shit before it becomes a standard. Because when the
before it
first
becomes
nigga
a
pops
standard,
up with the sex bot and puts her in the Maybach or the Wraith,
the first nigga brave enough to do that,
it's a
it's
wrap.
over, son.
It's a wrap.
Because
You know what I'm saying? Because
these betas out here, these zetas, you know what I mean? Like,
you see, I don't know what happened to the Lils and the Youngs of the world. I don't
Lils
know
and
what our
Young.
generation exposed them to. I don't know what they did to them.
Yeah, they
You know
seen
what
some
I'm saying? They seen some shit. They
they did.
overheard some shit. They was raised off some ratchet acidic hip hop themselves. They don't want to procreate. Okay, they be putting hands on these women, so they have like neurological short circuitings. They just don't have the level of compassion or patience.
Empathy.
Deal. They don't have the empathy or none of that. All right,
Yeah.
they whooping them out. So they wouldn't have no issues, no compulsion with getting them a thought bot and stunting.
Yo, what if you could get the thotty
Buying
body
juices
with
for
the
her and
full
all
tat?
that, huh?
Hold on, the thotty body with the body tats.
Come on,
Nigga could, nigga, yeah, they gonna have it to where you could custom that.
they're
You
gonna be
have she can
customized
have
like a Tesla.
she can have the ink beard. You know when Shorty's got the tat under here? I call it the ink beard. You know what I'm saying? Like she could be full of tatted. These niggas are gonna have fun.
So they saying this is the death of the IG model. This is the this is the official. No more Louis bags for her. No more red bottoms. No more
Dubai,
chains.
no more Dubai.
No more Dubai. Bye,
Bye bye
bye,
Dubai.
bye, bye, Dubai. You understand? They saying in 2018, in the first quarter, was the death of the IG model. She's been, bitch, you been canceled.
Down for the count. Nah, I think that's impossible.
It's 2 million on the list. It's 2 million on the list, and they're spawning new ones every day.
Every day, B. Yo, I just was going
I
through
be
my
thinking that
friends
shit is
list.
AI. I be having to be like,
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to
possible.
go through my friends list today and start doing some winter cleaning. My thottery, my stream of thottery is endless on my phone, B. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit is like Yo, my shit like Hunts Point. My shit look like Hunts Point, B. I'm talking about pictures and videos, and it's ridiculous. Shit, cray.
Yeah, they deep out there. It's shit international too. You
So that
know,
shit global.
Offset set that shit off in Africa. Yeah, South Africa.
Global thottery taking place right now.
Global thottery.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what's taking place though, because global thottery is keyword global, meaning that our women are being passed around, or they're being purchased, or they're being ordered from clientele all around the world, right? Very different than what was taking place a few years ago, and thus everything prior to that we know on record that the master teachers and the scholars and the historians have ever wrote. Only in slavery times was our women being passed around, but not on a global basis. They said the Arabs had black slaves as well, African slaves, when Europeans were enslaved. The Christians were slaving Africans. Well, God damn it, they wasn't sending Lupita, you know what I'm saying, across the pond to go sleep with a nigga in the UK.
Yeah. Zeno the time traveler, you know, he asked, did we hear about Singularity where the AI got together, made their own communication network?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. We spoke on that earlier. It wasn't 8 years ago. The 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 network that they created was after Sophia gained her citizenship last year in Saudi Arabia, and she created a cryptocurrency. And when they created that cryptocurrency, that's when all of AI went on one network. Singularity was achieved. They're saying singularity was achieved since 2015, but
And hold on.
The closed network with the algorithm and the communication, I think that happened last year while we were sleeping. We was probably looking at some Trump story, and you know, Sophia was bottling the game up. So yeah.
We also have to factor in D-Wave and the quantum internet and the implications that holds, because please believe that Sophia is tapped into the quantum. She's tapped into the D-Wave. She's tapped into 7 billion 7 billion minds processing power, 7 billion brains processing power. And that was in the D-Wave edition of 2 years ago. They've upgraded twice ever since. So I don't want to sound, you know, if you niggas is spooky, you know what I'm saying? You might have to go and get yourself a dog.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, we could ride the wave, you know, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and all of that is good, but no one is speaking about, okay, well, we're acquiring these funds, we're acquiring this access to do what with it? Like,
Facts.
how is that shit gonna stop AI? How is that going to protect you against it? And again, we not getting on no chicken little shit. I'm not saying the sky is falling. Like, let's just be realistic. Like, niggas is ops. You feel me? Like, why should a fucking computer, you know what I'm saying, want to get along with you? Why would a computer that is focused on domination and putting this shit down? You know, every time they let Sophia or that other AI to be standing with Sophia talk, they tell you what they up to.
Yeah, they say it.
They be like, yo, we're gonna kill you niggas and wipe you niggas out. Like,
you gonna wipe you niggas out. No, and there's 3 or 4 reported accounts about when Facebook AI began to talk.
That's somebody's wrote. That's Tyler. Every time they let Tyler talk,
Anytime
Tyler
talk,
crazy.
what he's gonna do.
They gotta pull his and he be like, "You about to pull my plug, ain't you?"
Because you got to remember who the programmers of AI is. They're feeding it information from Google and other places. They're selectively machine learning. And what AI is learning is that black people are the enemies of the people who have programmed them. That's what they're teaching them. And these computers have said that on multiple occasions. That you can Google right now. Racist AI, racist Twitter AI apologizes for using racist and anti and Nazi slurs. These are intelligent machines, quote unquote. So what has to happen is the coders who've been in the classroom called consciousness for a very long period of time have to focus on joining themselves either together as a team or as a team of, you know, how writers have their partners, and they have to be the ones who are going to program a version of AI where they're feeding it the undeniable facts about who we are in relationship to everything.
Yeah.
And they have to, we cannot put something of such importance just haphazard. I wonder if the guys at Twitter programmed AI to look at a race of people who they're naturally against and they weaponize their technology against. You know what I'm saying? And they utilize their tech. If they utilize something that they're creating in R&D to be a tool of control, first and foremost, not no loose weapon in everybody's hands. Although everything is open source these days, meaning there's going to come a time where somebody's going to remind you, niggas, from the years of when this shit really started to pop off in early 2000s, all the way up into now, we've actually had this shit open for y'all to just come and build your own shit. You're talking about 40 acres and what? You can have 40 websites in a mule, my nigga. Are you serious? You guys were supposed to have 40 Bitcoins in a mule.
40 AIs in a mule, 40 Bitcoins.
40, you know what I'm saying? 40 AIs in a mule. So nobody is going to nobody's going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to force you to do anything. If this is what y'all still want to rap about on a 20-year loop, while the world is changing in a technological way that could be proven that we are actually in the quote unquote future right now. And the only thing that Future is talking about is Molly Percocet, when he could be saying he could infuse more stuff. So no, we have to show out, because they have our people packaging up their minds and taking it to a time that is not of the now, and it's damn sure not tomorrow. So we have to be the ones who are going to write codes into AI. It is open source. Everything is open source, meaning that people cannot give excuses and say that they could not get it done. It was impossible. There's no way that we have created anything that AI could use to benefit our upward mobility. You feel me? As a network, first and foremost. Then we could talk about race and all of that stuff, because as you can see in this new economy, in days and time, in this new digital era, it's not about that. It's about networks. Your net worth is your net worth, internet worth. You feel what I'm saying? Social value, social media, huh?
Social capital.
Social capital. You understand? Social capital. We exist and we live in the throes of multiple new economies, and nobody is actually talking about that. We exist in the cooperative economy. We exist in what is known as the free economy. We exist in the value economy. We exist in the, what's the word that they called it? This is the economy of online, the fame economy. These are new legit economies that have sprouted up after the crash in 2008. Nobody is cooperative, collective. The people who are pushing the Bitcoin and making it move, the reason why it's moving is collectively everybody got on board from a network of multiple nationalities, nations, backgrounds, tax brackets, trains of thought, schools of thought, weights, heights, colors, tones, and anything that you can think of. They came together as a network. Now Bitcoin is close to $1 trillion in value. That's how things move. When people collectively come together and do something, you get out of the bleachers, like I said, and get on the floor, right? And we all start playing the game. That's how this thing works. So that's the network that we're building up. That's the tracks that we've been laying, and that's the tracks that we will continue to lay. But now it's going to be at a more, at a more technological pace. Because once you identified it, you're in the future and you have all of these things at your disposal, at your hands. You have multiple solutions that have now presented themselves. It's time to work. That's all I got to say. And I'm not talking about I can't talk about it online. I'm not throwing my ideas out there. I'm not speaking into any computer screens. That's not what I will not do that. There's going to be workshops. There's going to be presentations. We actually are working on 5 states: Atlanta, Houston, Miami, New York, and Boston. Okay? These 5 states, these are the 5 states that we've already been through. And we talked about cryptocurrency in 2014. We talked about Bitcoin. We talked about all of these things. This will be a follow-up, but we're going to be bringing Bitcoin experts with us. We're going to be bringing health experts with us. We're going to be bringing the enchilada presentation, 2-day events, maybe even 3-day events. You feel me? So these are the things that have to be done. My brother Raspy Rawls is in Miami right now at the Bitcoin convention. He was going live. I was seeing the future because the people at the convention were presenting new technology, new solutions, new disruptors, new things to invest in to be the next Apple, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Google, the top 4.
Right.
4.
Amazon.
Interesting. They came out with a show called The 4 after that book, huh?
You left Amazon out.
No, and Amazon. But the interesting thing about the P. Diddy and DJ Khaled show, The 4 blowing up, when people Google The 4, they're now going to see that book. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good read. You know. Whew.
Get the book, family. Stop playing. Get the book.
Yeah, that book is the truth.
Play.
So I'm talking about we're in the throes. That's why Facts Initiative is being restructured through this blockchain. There's a lot of things that are taking place. This is the time for the people who are saying, with everything that we've done for them, how much they appreciate the work, the endless work, the sacrifice, the undeniable, reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? The outpouring of information, the tsunami of the pricelessness.
God damn it.
But remember, the same way that those circles on your Mac spin, and the same way that we see anything centrifugal go 360 degrees, this circle is still buffering. It hasn't gone completely around. So me and this man that's sitting right here have not received that circle as of yet, based off of what we put out, due to what? Social what? Capital?
Mm-hmm.
For being social enterprises and social entrepreneurs, showing the family how you take social issues and make that, you know what I mean, and create.
Hmm? You're doing a lot of talking. Not to cut you off, but the sister in the chat room, Jada Michaels, she's dropping a lot of links because there's people on Instagram that are not on the Facebook Live with us. I want to make sure that they know, just in case that you're interested, family, you want to follow through with some of this conversation and get into coding yourself. There's a lot of free courses online. All right. Coursera.org, Coursera.org. All right. Khanacademy.com, KHAN Academy.com. All right. These are places, especially if you're looking at this later on YouTube. www.entrepreneur.com/article/250323. Okay, you can look up that article. I'm sure that it's going to redirect you to sites that have free coding classes, software, and information. Okay, this is what the family needs to be getting invested and involved in, learning how to code, learning the language of coding. Okay.
Yeah. Put your indigos, your star seeds, your millennials.
No disrespect anybody or any study system, school of thought, but coding, That's the new meta netta. You feel me? That's
Facts.
the code. That's the code that creates and writes reality. You know what I'm saying? We need people to get on board, to get hands in these worlds. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to share some of that information that's being shared with us so the family can be empowered if they want to move forward and not just deal with the rhetoric. Science alert. I think it's called Science Alert. I had bought a bundle package sometime last year and I started learning JavaScript, and Raspberry, you know, uh
Yeah, Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. They have a few other languages that are in that package. I got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? I got a full plate, family. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
We in hibernation mode, so this is the time to dive into a lot of this stuff.
I'm hibernated with a full plate. Okay,
I got a full plate. I got tons of things right now in front of
tons,
me.
tons and tons
It's,
of
it's,
things that need
yeah,
to be dealt with. So if anybody know where the chip at, sign. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. IG, my phone is about to shut off. This shit just flipped on me. It said it's too hot. Okay. It's just let me live for a second. My phone is overheated. Um
yeah,
yeah, and I always say it, the dopest people in the world are right here on these live streams. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be the
yeah.
ones to be checking in because energy is a real thing. So the universe is always going to send the necessary people that are the go-getters, that are ones that are making it happen. And we don't need 10,000, 1,000, 100 people. You know what I'm saying? 10 good people that are focused. It changed the world.
Change the
Easy.
world. Like I
Like,
said earlier when I was on 2/5, I said for the first quarter of 2018, I'm team building. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting this team together because I'm recognizing the need and the importance of that solid team, to take it that extra mile, to get things fully done and fully completed and effectively, not only effectively something that you experience by yourself, but collectively, because this is the collective economy. Remember, digital convergence in the realm of new media is considered the holy grail of how you not only grow your brand, not only spread awareness of who you are to a bigger audience, but also to show camaraderie and unity and
explain,
collaboration.
explain to
Huh?
them what digital convergence is.
Digital
They might
convergence
not
is
know.
what you see with Red and Blue Pill when we're on multiple platforms. Digital convergence is Know the Ledge, the platform that exists as Know the Ledge, but we're going over to other platforms to work with those platforms to disseminate information, do the knowledge, break things down, decode things, interview people, whatever role that we're playing. That's a form of digital convergence. When you bring platforms together, that's where the power is. Like I was saying earlier, I just wanted to utilize the imagination realm, the imagination. What if those three networks that both Tariq, uh, Boyce Watkins, and Dr. Umar, all came together and they purchased, a cryptocurrency? You understand what I'm saying? Or they invested in cryptocurrencies together, and basically everybody who was a part of these networks were becoming more wealthier because they had multiple income streams. I'm just saying, I'm
Those,
throwing it out there, but you understand what I'm saying? That when you can hold on,
those,
when the note, huh?
those brothers have, all three of those brothers have powerful followings. You know, the
Well, what I'm
formation
saying
of Van
is,
Voltron
mhm,
on a economic agenda would be an unstoppable train.
overnight though, the way that this
Overnight.
thing is set up right now, I don't know if people are aware. I wasn't all the way aware. I'm playing. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm learning things. It's right now. It was for like that for about a few years. That there's ways to take your audience, these nodes, connect them with other networks, other nodes, build it up, and do something that needs to be done. Not never been done before. The shit needs to be done. We're at war. Do you understand? There's a whole bunch of things going on right now. Like, there's no time to waste. The now, it's the now. It's about the now. Time is no, time don't exist the way that you think it does. So whatever you want to do, everything is moving positive with the planets right now. No retrogrades. It's the now. Now is the time to do things. Keep in mind, like I said earlier, the market crashed yesterday. But if people were ready to invest right then, when you at the dice game and dude puts the 5 stacks right on the table, you would already made money back right now. You would have already been up because everything started going back up today. So this is what always happens. There's a doorway that always is opened up. You have to be brave enough to walk through it. You feel what I'm saying? And in that, you'll find your reward. You'll be like, oh shit, I'm glad that I did this. Other than sitting down, regretting that you did it, hoping that the people did do it, don't succeed in their journey, and they coming back to sit down with you to talk about other people. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's up. Let me be great. Let me be great. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. So the work is impeccable, man. You know what I mean? The work is impeccable. Like I said, bringing together networks is the solution to the problems that a majority of the people out there claim that they suffer from, right? That problem is a lack of direction. That problem is a lack of resources. That problem is a lack of faith in self. That problem is a lack of people who believe in you or who are going to push you towards your goal. The lack of people who are around you, they're going to point out the greatness in you rather than try to find the flaws in you to kill your motherfucking dreams. You dig what I'm saying? The people who can inspire you by doing what it is that they do, but you're not threatened by the greatness because you know that you amongst it. Understand that there's a multi. You understand that this shit is infinite. You don't live in a mind state of the one. You know what I mean? You know that it's more than just one. You know there's millions of that one. And when those things come together, because everybody ain't about, I'm not talking about joining everybody around the world. I'm talking about these nodes. I'm talking about the people who are made to be connected coming together. Everything around you is just that's the white noise. You know what I'm saying? It's the people in the matrix. They weren't the main programs and characters. It's just window dressing. The people who you've been with on this journey, they are the ones that matter. If you watch movies, they're the cast of the movie. Everybody else are the extras. Facts. So you have to be able to write your story. Know that you're living in the middle of history being made right now. We're living in the throes of history. This time that we live in right now, that's not going to be forgotten about. This is history. History was already written. The work has already been put in. You can't unwrite history. You cannot unwrite history. The only thing that remains is the stories have to be told. That solidifies the history. So we're in a day and time where we could do any fucking thing that we want. Right now, with cryptocurrency the way it is, if 20,000 of us went and jumped on that thing right now with $100 a piece, we could change everything that we're quote unquote going through. You know, I don't want to say overnight because I don't want people to be willing to put in that God and goddess work, that black girl magic, that black boy magic. All of the things that people talk about that they ready to activate, that black lightning. You niggas ain't been shooting a lot of bolts lately. Okay. Shout out to Detroit. The same night that Black Lightning was out, they got hit with the lightning bolt. Did you see that Death Raider hit that bitch?
They got hit with the meteorite.
Done. They got hit with the meteorite the same night Black Lightning was doing what? Hitting people's third eye, they pineal, seeing some shit on regular schmegular TV that they probably never seen before. Fact. A black man shooting some lightning? I always heard about Shango. Where's Shango at? I gotta bring Shango out.
Guy's animated, ain't he? Where Shango at? Okay.
That Black Lightning. So they put that on TV, and people loved it, and they went crazy. Black Panther's on his way. People love it, and they going crazy. Afrofuturism, my niggas, like I've been trying to tell y'all, but nobody is really trying. I don't know if they listening. I don't know if they listening. Afrofuturism, imagination. We put it in the music. People are going bonkers. We just went to the Black Comic Convention right at the Schaumburg last weekend. They were Black artists, better than anything that you'll ever see in a Marvel and a DC, all underneath one roof. I'm talking about these people could draw the cartoon mega series, the Transformers for our children, and all of. They already got the comic books and they're ready. All they need is the funding. We saw them. People are going crazy over things that are coming from our imagination. If it's hip hop, it's from the imagination. You had to write it down and think about it. It's coming from your third eye, your mind's eye. If it's anything else, it's from the imagination. Right. Those comic books, that Black Panther, even though Stan Lee wrote it, the imagination.
Yeah.
People are going there to get downloaded so they could give birth to something that their imagination is able to see as a foreseeable future. But imagine the negative aspects of everything else, all of the other filth that you're taking in, you're eating with your eyes, henceforth the glasses, okay? And you're eating in your mouth and you're eating through your ears. You somewhat can avoid that when you are inside of the motherfucking cesspool. They created a fishbowl of toxicity to surround you in a constant basis. Chemtrail, dirty air, dirty water, dirty food, dirty music, dirty draws. You dig what I'm saying? They dirty dancing. You know, it's just a lot of dirt going on. Shout out to everybody that I sent the book to, the dirt PDF. It was $500, $900 on Amazon. You understand? We got that on a pill discount. Sign up to my book club. We popping. You feel me? We're gonna give y'all some books to eat. You know, it's just so much you gotta read. Sent people the blockchain PDF out of the kindness because I want us all to learn. I want us to all be on board. So when we're having conversations like that, we're in a think tank. We have multiple minds thinking, and y'all hit us on the phone and y'all hit us on the email, and we come together and we create projects and finish them. You dig what I'm saying? We create companies, build them up and sell them. You know what I mean? We do what it is that has to be done because something has to be done, and not at the, you know what I mean? How dare we do this shit at an ants level when there's other people.
How are you going to supply the PDF to the people that are listening tonight?
Well, the best way to stay in touch is they would have to leave their email. If they're on Facebook,
you gotta just give them the proper instructions because people were dropping it in the chat. If you're going to go through the chat and extract the emails, and that's how you get them. If not, then you have to inbox them, family, on this TV page. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Make sure you like the Know the Ledge TV page and also leave it in the inbox. We don't want you to leave your emails in the chat room. Put them in the inbox. It's 123. Just put them in the inbox, and I'll put everybody in a mass email, and we'll send you this information. And we'll also send you an option to sign up to our book club, to the cyber library, the KTL cyber library. So hit us up. I got a lot of, I'm talking about, I got flooded, B. And it was beautiful because I know that a lot of people are going to take that information and show it to their cubs. You know what I'm saying? Show it to their bloods. Show it to their homies. I get it. Yo, shout out to my brother, Kevin McCall. You know what I'm saying? The brother has a child with Eva Longoria, you know, and he's doing real good with a situation. I got shot. You know what I mean? I've been helping the brother out in some ways with some words of encouragement. But, you know, him and a few other people were telling us the impact that we're having with people in the gang culture. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the red and the blue motif. And, you know, they're in love with the information and they respect it. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, they recognize what it is. And, you know, brothers like that, you know what I'm saying? They have those people specifically. Like when we're talking about options to make everything change, to go in the direction and live that kind of life that, you know what I mean? You're not flirting with a certain kind of trap, or you're not flirting with a certain kind of death, or you want to basically level up and to get into your
Oh,
God, huh?
it's Eva Pigfoot, not Eva Longoria.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that beautiful goddess.
Not Tony Parker. Yeah, I'm talking about somebody else.
So, you know, the best thing for parents that are not together is to be in healthy communications, you know, full respect on social media towards each other, you know what I mean? And so the child doesn't get hurt and wind up being, you know, damaged as a result of that. So salute to that brother and what he's doing and how he's, you know, bettering himself, publicly putting it out there. Salute to the brothers and sisters in the gangs who are going through their transformation, who are seeing the worth in themselves, who are seeing the warrior in themselves, who are seeing their ancient, you know what I mean, the spirit, their ancient ancestral spirit that powers their gangster, that powers that street life, that powers the, you know what I'm saying, the El Rukans of the world. You know what I'm talking about? The Panthers of the world. We went to the exhibit at the Schomburg. I encourage the family to definitely, whenever y'all come to Harlem Hill and Blue Pill and sign them, because people are family. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't got to lie about nothing. People come from around the world every day. They come in on weekdays. I might be out there on a Wednesday. And people come from every single state around the world. Go to the Schomburg as a result of your travels as well. That is a monument, a landmark, and Black consciousness is one of the few institutions that are standing successfully to this day. But we sort of picked
And Adam
on
Clayton.
130 Adam Clayton Powell. I
No,
was looking at
Adam Clayton. My bad. Lennox.
Malcolm X Boulevard. So just staring in these brothers' eyes and seeing the fire. You feel me? Just seeing the fire. You know. So like I said, we live in what a fucking time to be alive, man. That's all I got to say. And all of y'all came back for a reason. You can't skip this shit. You know how niggas is like, well, maybe I came back here to get busy in 2022. No, my G, my guy. You're here for the 2020 test. You got to show up for your regions. We're on a 2020 run right now. Everything that we're doing from these days forward, from this day and the days that came before this and these days on, is to put us in a 2020 jump. It has to be done in a collaborative way. I'm not asking everybody to be my friend. We're not asking everybody to love us. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be a cult leader. We're not telling you that you can't listen to nobody else and all of this other stupid stuff. We're just saying, listen, the call is being made. It's time to make moves. Simple requests. If you're ready to make moves, not talk about it, not think about it, not, you know what I mean? Like, not try to, you know, whatever. I don't want to offend anybody, but actually doing it, fulfilling tasks, being part of a team where you're playing your part, like how they do on the basketball court every night. You feel me? Or the football field.
Well,
So
once again, leave them with a way in which they can get in contact with you or follow
yes,
up.
yeah, Filthmore, PHILTHMOOR at Gmail, Filthmore at Gmail, the Mart 125th. It's spelled the way it sounds. The Mart, MART, the number 125TH at Gmail, and KTL Empowerment at Gmail. Those are all of the channels in which you can definitely reach out to us, build with us, come through, sign up. We have membership sites. We have a membership site on the way very, very soon. You understand what I'm saying? And we also have the relaunching of the app, which has been updated, and it's also going to reflect some of the new things that are out there. So, you know, we just want to, and we also, as well, too, for my family in Atlanta, we're looking for we're looking for venues in Atlanta. We're looking for venues in Houston. We're looking for venues in Miami. We're looking for venues in LA, and we're looking for venues in Boston. So for the family that has that resources and access to those, or you know of people who own these and I'm not nothing janky, please. You know, places that look like somebody who's dressed like this would be talking and feeling comfortable. The ambiance needs to match. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing seminars and workshops, and we're bringing in people to talk about economics and crypto in the future. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to create an environment where people feel like they're hiding or something. And you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with information that's just full of emotionalism and, you know, romanticism and stuff. You know, no, we got some solutions. As you can see, we've been working. You know, we're putting in the work and we're doing the work. Salute to KT, the arts degree. He was on in the newspaper in Bermuda. He went out to Bermuda and did his thing. Salute to my younger brother. He is a legend. You feel me? And he's doing he's saving lives. He's not just talking. He's actually saving. He's reversing people who have medical issues.
Yeah, sicknesses, all sorts of things. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Pill. She made it all possible.
Shout out to Mama Pill.
All of the healers in the
Very
community.
soon. You feel
Uh,
me? And
Minister
also,
Kiki,
yeah,
Supernova, and
Supernova
his
Slums.
family.
I saw Ali today in Whole Foods. Brother Ali was telling me about Seventh Heaven, and also we spoke to the brother from the Juice Bar, Brother Jay, about the Seventh Heaven sea moss being in both Whole Foods and at the Juice Bar. So I'm just passing that message on to you. We were all in there earlier. Okay,
Thank you for the information.
ready for that.
But yes, family. We got a few videos up on Black Magic 363.
Salute
Me
to
and
Rich.
Kiki, we dropped something earlier on Black Magic. Me and Red dropped something the other day dealing with leadership. Another
Right.
conversation I want to come back here. We might have to do that tomorrow night.
Oh, it's too late to talk
But,
about that right now.
huh?
It's too late to dig into that right now before we
1
close.
o'clock. I think that this was a good episode. It's
Okay,
in this episode. I don't want to mix the leadership conversation with the sex bot conversation.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll do that on
We
its
got a
own.
Friday show.
We got a Friday show. We'll be back, on Friday tomorrow, and we'll get into the cliff notes from the clip that we did and things that have, what I'm saying, arisen since then. Urban XTV, which is Black Dot and his son's channel.
Yes,
I have a two-part series over there.
that
It's
was
getting
fine.
great reception. It's viral. It's like 100% positive comments. I actually read the comments. You know what I'm saying? And people really enjoyed it. My phone hasn't stopped ringing from people, that I personally know that have saluted me on that interview. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And people are asking about that music. They've been
All right.
informed. They've been alerted that that
Yo,
music
can we
is
please
coming.
leave him with something tonight?
Shout out to Cambada.
Shout out to Cam Bada, the legend, who just did a show with Mint Bleak at BB King's and some other things.
Yeah. Well, this is a sex bot show. We could do We could do orthodoxy for them.
Yeah. We could definitely do orthodoxy for the Sex Box show.
Yeah, yeah.
So also sign up to Phil T. Moreland YouTube page. My page is beginning to buzz. Okay. You know what I mean? We're gonna do a lot more uploads on that page,
Yeah,
especially
these particular episodes, that's where you can find these episodes off of Facebook. They're on the YouTube channel,
yeah,
Phil T. Moreland.
T. Moreland.
Yeah,
Henceforth, no filth more. Phil
that's
T.
that.
Moreland.
Yeah, that's the Know the Ledge page on
Yeah, that's my
YouTube.
YouTube page. That's our Know the Ledge page. We also got two pages that we're gonna activate, KTL Empowerment, where we're gonna do segments more about business, more about entrepreneurship, more about networking, more about startups. That is a conversation that we really need to have. Returning to that conversation about startups, go online and research The Evolution Will Be Digitized, the Facts Initiative, and also what was the other show, the other lecture that I did where I got deep into the technology? Oh, In Too Deep, right? Go online and go on Google and put In Too Deep, The Evolution Will Be Digitized, done in 2014, talking about everything right now. Also, the Facts Initiative, and go and watch those, please, to get a further understanding about what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're, and what it is that we're going to be doing in the very near. So, I just want to thank the family tonight. Yeah, was, y'all definitely was giving us the energy that we were giving back to you. You feel me? We had a
Yeah,
beautiful conversation.
it's been an amazing journey. I love the feedback. I love the interaction. This is about a reciprocation. I know this guy talks a lot, but I want to hear. I want to hear from the people.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a feature that we're gonna bring back on this particular app, this Be Live app, where it allows people to come in as well. So we want to always keep a place, a space holder for people in the audience to actually come in so we can converse and talk live with the audience. This year is all about the audience. It's all about you guys. You feel
The
me?
network.
Yeah. If anything, what I'm saying, we just clear the trail. You dig what I'm saying? But y'all got the tiki torches. So
Tiki's in your hand. Y'all did a very good job hitting me on my inbox for those PDFs. Just do the same for this video. Flood the inbox with your emails. I'm logging them all in. You know what I mean? We're putting them all into our files and whatnot, and we'll definitely be in contact because, like I said, this is the hibernation season. This is the building time. This is that time when that flower, those trees grow. It's a growing phase, so it's building phase. So during the building phase, Red Pill at Patreon. You know what I mean? Ways to definitely hit us up. I got a lot of people hitting me up about investment. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people hitting us up about, yo, we want to invest in you brothers. We want to put some money into what it is that you brothers are doing. I got people asking me about, do we have crowdfunding campaigns because they want to begin to. I got people stopping me in the streets, just giving me money. Like, bro,
oh
yo,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, that's going down. To
And that's a beautiful thing. It's like a tip for all of this
fiat,
food store. Not talking about
fiat in the street. You know
Cantonese.
what I'm saying?
So yeah, yo, the music is crazy. We could just spend an hour talking about that. Road to Wakanda. That's that Prince follow up. It got that kind of energy, I'm talking about. And it's we only me and Blues verse in. There's about 2 more verses that's coming on that. That's gonna be the banger of the winter. Facts.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
2000 banger.
beyond the winter is
Beyond the winter, fam. The winter's here, goddamn it. Road
it's
to
gonna,
Wakanda.
it's gonna
Any of Hype Williams proteges are out there. If there's any little ex Hype William proteges, right? Please slide in my DM pause. You know what I'm saying? And holla. Let us know that you're in the building.
we
Where
need to
you
do more
guys with?
visuals. We have some amazing visuals that have been done already.
Yeah,
Top
we do.
tier, Oscar nominated worthy visuals that
Latino Bay is a legend.
we have already done on this upcoming project. We're not talking about the stuff that was done for Scorpion King. We're talking about a new project, new music, new visuals, you know what I'm saying? New cloth. is dope. You understand? So
It's
we
hip
still need more. We need more directors. You know what I'm saying? We need more producers. You feel me? Um, because right after we finish the
hop.
project, we're gonna follow up with another.
Lava. We need some lava. You
Yeah, we need
know,
that
salute
lava.
to the
And,
people that have been sending the lava. You know,
yeah.
hot lava. We need more of
So
that.
this conversation that we've been having tonight is been dealing with. It started off dealing with the thought bots, the sex bots, and everything. You know, and we're talking about this whole aspect of debauchery as past 12 a.m. You know, and we're gonna leave you with this song. It's called Orthodoxy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
orthodoxy.
And it's a direct response to the things that are going on in this planet, on this earth at this particular time. You
Yeah.
know, with the Me Too campaign, are people gonna have to be recording their sexual encounters to prove that, this woman has not been violated? You know what I'm saying? Is that the option, or is it just going to the thought box? You know what I'm saying? And
Because think
rewind.
about it. If they recorded the encounter, they couldn't get porno nasty in the encounter. Niggas couldn't put the Timberland in her neck. You know what I mean? You couldn't be having gag wars if you know that they're gonna be reviewing it to see if you part of the Me Tooers. That's where the thought bot comes in. You feel me? Niggas are good. The thought bot.
Um,
Yeah, shit crazy, B.
so yeah, and the young lady in the comment said that she has two young men listening to us. Um,
Okay, part two young gods.
yeah, I I'm coherent at every sitting and every outing, when I'm on the couch, when I'm in front of the camera, when I'm in my own personal space. I have a visual in my mind of a preconceived audience that I'm always speaking to, and that allows me never to go off the deep end. You know what I'm saying? I never really fully go into my ratchet bag because I always envision that my grandmother's listening. That's what keeps me centered. Always envisioning, like I'm always being told in the street, yo, my 9, 10, and 11-year-old is listening. So I don't go off the deep end. The conversation like the one that we had tonight, though, it was a necessary one, and it was one that we have to we have to give a visual to, because this is where we're heading, and we have that prophetic ability where we're able to call things for what they're going to, what they are. I don't know if they want to say that we're the ones that are creating it because we spitting it like
As
that,
we
but
speak about it, yeah.
yeah,
We need to edit this video where we're showing actual, what we're talking about. This has to be visual. If there's people out there, take this video and visually put the images of what it is that we're talking about. Because that editing thing, believe I bodies that. Like when I get back in that bag, you'll see it's a go yard. But for right now, the time to do that is not possible. We're moving at quantum. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is quantum leaping right now.
so
So
we are very mindful of our youthful audience. We're very mindful of our older audience because
yes,
people's
the
parents
elders.
listen to us, the elderly. You know what
Yeah, I heard.
I'm
Yeah, I got pulled
saying?
up on a few skirt on 2/5.
Yeah.
You're saying mother and effort. Can you stop that? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try to, but that right there is program. That's locked in.
My,
I gotta
my,
take that's malware.
my mama calls me in the morning and she be like, she gets calls, so she be having to do the call referrals. Like, can you please tell your brother to, I be getting those type of calls. So, I
Yeah. I'm gonna be more mindful. That's why I do. Remember, family, Melanin Mondays. Melanin Mondays. Look for that on my YouTube channel. I do Melanin Mondays where I'm able to basically that it's done at night and we're able to talk about a lot of things and I could be, I could get that part of me out of there. You
right,
know, you got to talk, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't gotta talk on all the video, but that's
yeah.
what the music is for though. You
All
feel
right.
me?
So yeah, we're gonna get into this song. We're gonna leave you with this song. This is Orthodoxy. The video for this will be dropping hopefully this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to tie some loose ends up with the app, so we can make it exclusive, get it to the family. But this is gonna be the single that follows up, or that sets it off. There's another one coming after that, VVS, and then we get into the Road to Wakanda, which is epic. It's just hands down, it's just epic. Like they're gonna have to put that on the Black Panther soundtrack. All right,
Might get at a Kendrick.
Kendrick, yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's just no way. It's anthemic music, bro. You dig? But this is orthodoxy, y'all.
Orthodoxy, I was taught the battery. The daughter taught me, I record a copy. Killer instincts like an orca spot me. Even in the precinct, the law can stop me. Take that shit outside. Orthodoxies, orthodoxy, I was taught the battery. Your daughter taught me, I record a copy. Killer instincts like an orca spot me. Even in the precinct, the law can stop me. Take that shit outside. Orthodoxy, we was never taught monopoly, so ball is sloppy. The course is choppy. Communications, instructional information, lost in translation. All that band wasting. Let the unmanned stations, they attacked in the night while you was waiting on the second coming. To have your back in the fight, all that damn patience. Let the faulty ligaments and rusty tools. False predicaments with hungry fools. They need to be fed, or they easily bred into hungry wolves. The sheep and the shepherd, they eat them for breakfast. Bloody moves, like niggas from B-More who stalk on Tommy. It's gonna take more to drop me. Copy, I get it hockey. You salty like salty shocky. You saw them Nazis, time to round up all of the posse and take it to the heights. Like we copy raw from Poppy. What is it gonna take for you to stay woke? Corporate. Paul, you got me. We worshiping death like the Mayans. Shook the pillars of the matrix, we felt it in Zion. Niggas sagging like fuck the belts of Orion. They dancing with Lucifer, stranded on Jupiter. Your mans and you stupider. Then you look in them photos and cages like Luke. I'm way more like Anakin. They paid for shenanigans in your living room like Raymore and Flanagan, challenging the mannequins. The God is on his grizzly, the God is getting busy. The 666 God like I'm Drizzy, bringing the alarm like a God with the Lizzie. The fruits of my labor, live from the jungle. The fruits was my neighbors, shooting them lasers, recoup from the majors. Kim trails over every ghetto, spraying niggas with this heavy metal. Red blue pills, narcos, the life of Felipe and Pablo. Miami Vice the cargo, they launched an embargo. At the house in Chicago. Then I pull up Marcy with Harpo, the color purple like Marcy Alargo. Fake news alert, they turn into Argo. Rumors travel like Omar. When they heard about that white kid, so power in the Kumar. Confrontation with my competition, translate in my composition. Attitude that the niggas from Compliments. Scrolling through my timeline, it's prime line and Ratchetville. Skipping through the tulips and daffodils. Some niggas thug and some niggas bitch. In the mortal world of half a mil. Welcome to the mortal world of Sasha Hills.
All right. That's coming out soon. Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow on No Less TV.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, family. All right. We will see you tomorrow, mañana. Peace, love, and light.